I started this to get out of a slump. It's been a very weird few years, but I graduated from college, I moved into and out of my first apartment, and I've started over what feels like a million times. I think most of us love a fresh start. I guess that's the point of the life reset, which is a trend I've seen going around for quite some time now, and it's really appealing. Spend a few days cleaning, clearing the clutter, taking off a few to-do items, and finally feel some control. But of course, I forgot to consider Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong, and at the worst possible time. So here's how it all started. On September 24th, I parked my car at a corner. Good morning. It's morning, it's almost 12:30. So basically it's morning, but we still had some sleepyheads in our midst, so we had to stay quiet. So let's get through a couple disclaimers while I do my skincare routine. And by routine, I mean I did it for this vlog, and in real life it happens whenever I'm feeling particularly gracious towards myself. Number one, this was filmed while I was still unpacking after moving in, so I don't want to hear a peep of judgment about the state of my apartment. I promise it looks much better now. Don't look over there. Number two, actually, I think that's it for now. Okay, moving on to the skincare. So I don't like to do too much to my face because, fun fact about me, I've had eczema since I was a little babe, but it's super fun. I get it like all around my eyes and all around the sides of my mouth. All of the places that you like move in everyday life. And sometimes keeping it simple is the best way to go. I love it. It's really cool to have painful skin. Super cool topic for me to have started out on. As you can see, I was breaking out. I was mysteriously breaking out for like 2 months, and then my skin was like, never mind, now we're fine. But I was not feeling super great about my skin, and in the spirit of feeling like I have my life together, I sat down to do my makeup. And I'm not saying that wearing makeup is necessary to look put together, okay? It's just sometimes when you feel like you can't do anything right and you can't stand to look at yourself in the mirror, putting a little bit of that effort into your appearance, spending a little time with yourself, and then looking in the mirror and suddenly you look cute, suddenly you look hot, it can turn around the whole day. Now you can do anything in the world. I'm sure I could and maybe should analyze that a little deeper, like something about the expectations of society, and when you're meeting them, people treat you better so you feel better about yourself. However, when I am feeling that way, I don't have time to be questioning those things. Sometimes I need something, okay? I don't know, who am I being so defensive against? I don't know. Moving on. So here's the final look. Stunning, gorgeous, perfect, I know. And now we're getting ready to leave the house so that other people may gaze upon my beauty. And then I wanted to show you my outfit before realizing that there was like not a single appropriate place for a fit check in my entire apartment. Life is so hard for me. But after all of that, we're finally out the door. It's been a while since you guys were in here with me. Car update. Got broken into like a week ago. Got it fixed. At least it wasn't the catalytic converter this time. Okay, first stop. We're getting coffee. Here we are at Dunkin'. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. I planned this little impromptu video yesterday because I've been in a funk. Mainly because I haven't had my meds in like a week, so I've just been having withdrawal symptoms. Okay, I'm terrified of filming in public, but here's the exact moment I was like, maybe consumerism will fix me. And also a fit check, and that's all I got. Sorry. Target haul. We got a claw clip, little mini clips. We got secrets, but the star of the show is this guy. All right, my camera battery's dying, so I'll see you at home, but I have to have a meeting with my psychiatrist now in my car. Bye. After my appointment, I went straight home to unite these, and I forgot to mention that I got not one, but 2 juicy drop pops. And then for dinner, I boiled some spaghetti, while my assistant did all the rest of the work. But after dinner, I decided to get outside and take a little walk, you know? And I ended up seeing something that nobody should ever have to see. Yeah, it was really hard. So I just went to bed after that. Day 2, still in a funk, still a resident of Funky Town. So today was a day of getting stuff done that I had been putting off for forever. So first I started putting the dishes away, and then washed the dishes and washed more dishes. And if this was a film class, I would have to justify having such a long shot of a mundane task. So here's the deeper meaning. In life, you're always doing the damn dishes. Don't look at how my bamboo is kind of dying behind me. I don't know what its problem is. It has enough water, it has nutrients, it has sunlight. Maybe it has too much sunlight. I don't know, but it's She's testing me. Anyway, obligatory vlogger coffee montage and a terribly framed shot of me making my coffee, but I'm censoring because it looks like I'm wearing no pants. I swear I am wearing pants, but on this day, I big shirt, little pants too close to the sun. And then it was time for brunch with my friends. We actually have brunch together every Saturday because we're really cute like that. But then I witnessed direct proof that video games make people violent. So then I went home to do another task that I had been putting off, which was drying out some oranges to put on a little string for like a cute little garland, cute little DIY activity. And I had my assistant filming for me, which was at times unhelpful. What's happening back there? So a great life hack is to use the dullest knife possible for this, which I think dull knives are actually more dangerous, so don't do that. But orangey glad that nothing went wrong. Then my assistant started stealing all of my oranges, but in the end it didn't even matter because, embarrassing admission, I didn't end up using these. My assistant tried to tell me that I was cutting them too thick and I said no, but then they were too thick and did not dry out properly, so I wasted my money and then had to spend more money to order some, which is just kind of cheating. It was no longer a DIY activity. It was like more of a disappointment, really. My next to-do item was repotting a bunch of plants that had been waiting around for that for weeks. There's not all that much interesting to say about repotting your plants. I mean, you take them out of the dirt and you put them in different dirt. So listen to this rant.
Listen to this rant, bitch.
Let's talk about me. I'm 23 now. Whoa. Being in your early 20s is a little bit like being 14 again. This is not a new observation, but your body is going through all these weird changes. You're breaking out in new places. You're going through a phase that will probably be embarrassing in the future, and you're unemployed. Also at 14, you're like, oh, I'm among the youngest teenagers. Now I'm like, oh, I'm among the youngest people in the world. Like, of people's whole lives. As an adult, I'm like a little adult baby. By the way, now we're on to making my bed and folding my giant pile of laundry. Also, for the first time in my life, I have like so much free time, but it's not really free time because I should be answering emails, I should be doing the dishes, I should be drying the dishes, I should be putting away the dishes, I should be vacuuming, and I should be cleaning the oven. Speaking of, it's not all bad because you do start learning some stuff, such as the lessons that your parents instilled in you that were necessary and helpful from the ages of 0 to 18 that no longer apply. For example, never leave the kitchen with the oven on because you are a stupid 14-year-old and I can't trust you not to burn the goddamn house down. But now I'm too scared to utilize the oven function that cleans it for you because I'm a stupid 23-year-old and I can't trust myself not to burn the goddamn house down. Day 3, we're doing my nails because they were a mess for so long and I thought this day was going to be the day that things turned around because CVS called me and said, your meds are ready. Here's another really well-framed shot where you can't see what I'm doing at all. Now you can actually see what I'm doing and it's just really out of focus, so great. This goes on for a while, so let's analyze the essentials on the table behind me. First of all, reflection of a Snoopy blanket because for the longest time we did not have a curtain because curtains are so expensive for no reason. Giant bag of cough drops. Giant thing of Tylenol. This actually no longer lives here. It actually lives, hold on. This is my go-to Paris as of late. I'm so obsessed with it. I thrifted it. Look at the lining on the inside. Anyway, with me all times, at all times. Then I did this for a while waiting for them to dry. And then as soon as they were dry, I hopped in the car to go do some errands and hopefully get my medication. They caught me off guard. What did you want? This was serious. I absolutely zoomed over there and I waited in the long drive-through line. And I'd like you to guess what happens. Do you think my meds were there or no? They weren't, and CVS lies. So I went home and cried, because if you've ever gone through surprise SSRI withdrawal, you know how it is. I literally just cried the rest of the day, and then I went to sleep. Day 4, my assistant felt bad for me and made me this delicious brunch, so I journaled, thinking it would be a super productive start to my day, and then I started feeling bad. I thought my withdrawals were like done, like I was withdrawing, I withdrew, I had withdrawn. No, they came back with a vengeance, so I tried to play a game, make myself feel better, and then the Xbox was updating for 100 years, so I don't really remember, but the likelihood that I cried again is really, really high. This was supposed to be the day that things actually got better. I was gonna go to the store, I was gonna cook a healthy meal, I was going to clean my whole apartment, but as you soon shall see, things only got worse. Another day. Actually very annoyed because it's kind of chilly and rainy and gross and humid today. Let me switch you guys to my good side. Time for my one-step skincare routine. Back to the freaking eggs and the cream. Let's go get coffee. I just made eye contact with the guy that is drinking in his car. In his car! God, I was so blissfully unaware of the tragedy to come. Frolicking through the organic grocery store, taking aesthetic videos. I was feeling better finally, but of course I had to throw in some foreshadowing. I experienced no crippling anxiety when driving or when parking my car outside. But I had big plans. I was vacuuming the whole place. I was gonna dust stuff. And I'm thinking, great, things are finally looking up. Tomorrow will be even better. Maybe I'll just start this vlog over. Reset the reset. Really go for it. Really make it successful. But after dinner, I sat down on my couch to relax for a couple of minutes. And let me just paint a picture for you, okay? I'm sitting on my couch. My assistant is hanging out with me. We're playing GTA 5, if you were wondering. And I'm talking about all the car anxiety I've been having since my catalytic converter got stolen and my car got broken into right outside my house. My assistant is like, you know, it'll all be okay. And I'm like, yeah, I got broken into already. What's the chance of that happening again? The conversation moves on. 5 minutes later, we hear something outside. We hear what seems to be a crash. It was really loud, like the house like maybe trembled a little bit. I go, what was that?
And you know what?
What was that? And he goes, listen to this. I don't think it was your car. We hear engine revving, more smashing, glass shattering. This window right here, I run to it. At the time, I didn't have a window in it. Don't ask. And this is what I see. I scream. I sprint downstairs. By the time we get there, the car is gone. My car, it was parked sort of at the corner, legally parked. It has been pushed like 2 yards up into my neighbor's car. All of my windows are smashed, except, guess which one isn't? The one I had just gotten replaced. Takes the cops 2 hours to show up. There are cops on this street constantly with their sirens on all times of day and night. I get woken up regularly, 5 a.m., 6 a.m., sirens. But for those more than 2 hours, 2.5 hours, not a peep. Not a single peep. Finally, they get there. Do the report, whatever. It's like the middle of the night. We're exhausted and we go to sleep. That's the end of it, right?
2 hours later.
There's been a second crash. We're woken up to the sounds of a crash. We go downstairs. 2 yards up from where my car was totaled. It's totaled, by the way. Oh, it's totaled. It's totaled. There's another truck. It crashed into 2 other cars. 2 yards up from where my car got totaled. We run downstairs. Nobody's in the truck. Guy took the plates and ran. No one's in any of the cars. An ambulance has pulled up. My sister recognizes one of the EMTs from work. We're all so confused. It feels like a fever dream. They're like, oh, hey, assistant's name. He's like, what are you doing here? They're like, what are you doing here? He's like, I live here. Unfortunately, no one's around. So we're like, okay, let's get out of here. And finally, we go to sleep. What a night, huh? It's the day after. Check out my co-star. Oh, hey man, how was your night? Cool. How was mine? Great question. Kind of a funny story. I don't really know what to do with myself. So let's do what I do when I don't know what to do with myself. Let's do her makeup. I freaking guess. I don't know what else to tell you. Oh, it's so full circle. Because it's just like at the beginning of the video when I was doing it. I was doing my makeup because I wanted to feel better. Now I'm doing my makeup because I want to feel better, except this time I want to feel better and I have no car. I straight up did not know what to do with myself other than keep it pushing. So at least I organized all of my makeup, which I had been meaning to do all week. Oh, and by the way, that rosemary I replanted promptly died on me. Made some mac and cheese because what else are you supposed to do when you're upset and sad and have no car other than eat some mac and cheese? Stopped the bathroom, and as you can see, I was still trying to delude myself into thinking that I was fine and happy and doing well. Then halfway through, I freaked out, took off most of my makeup because I remembered that I was having issues with breaking out, and I did not need anything else in my life breaking in any way on that day. Furthermore, as you can see, I'm wearing a shirt that says life is good. At the time, life did not feel very good. And then I reorganized the entire bathroom cabinet. I don't know what else to say. I had no thoughts while doing any of this. I was just trying to not explode. I bought these little plastic things that you put things in so that you can buy things in their packaging, take them out of their packaging, put them inside a different kind of packaging, and then put it up on your shelf. You may not know it, but you're actually being influenced right now. You weren't even expecting it. However, after that, I did collapse into a puddle of tears because this was supposed to be a week about getting my life together, and instead, it completely fell apart. Not only did I have no meds, and now I had no car. So when CVS eventually did call me and say, hey, your meds are actually for real this time, ready, I could not go pick them up. So there is no nice, tidy way to end this. I love that car with all of my heart. It had literally taken me from pre-K to high school to my first job to getting into college, all the way to graduating. I cried so hard as the tow truck was taking it away. But here I am, months later. It took me this long to edit this video because the memories were too fresh, and I'm okay. Sometimes life sucks, and then it keeps sucking, and then it sucks some more, and you just gotta keep pushing, and eventually you'll be all right. And if you have a car you love, please hug it tight for me and say a little prayer for the cottagecore minivan. Rest in pieces.